Hi, and welcome to Courageous, Daring, Wonderful You and your 3-day reset challenge. I am Dawn Butler, founder of CDWI and your change navigation coach. And if you've landed here, I'm guessing it's because you're navigating a big transition in your life right now. And that's not a far-fetched guess because life is full of consistent transitions. You can rely on life to change, whether it's you're moving across the country, you have a new job, you've been laid off, you have a new child, you're recently married, recently engaged. There's always something that's changing in our life. You're celebrating a milestone birthday, you may be experiencing loss or grief. There's always something in our life that's going to shift and change. And so if you found your way here, it's because you relate to that. And I've been there too. If you've been connecting with me through any of my social media, I talk about that. I'm in a transition, a major one at this very moment. And what I'm loving about doing this work right now is that the things that I'm talking to you about, I'm exercising, right? And I like to say you're growing with me. We're growing together. And so there is a mix of excitement there, right? Like, what's this new thing about? Especially if you have chosen change, right? It's like, this is new, I'm excited. And even in those moments when, like me, I didn't choose to change, but choosing to see it as an opportunity, there is some excitement. What's next? But along with that excitement, there's some uncertainty and maybe even some self-doubt. It's a lot, though, isn't it? So for years, I've been through many transitions. Some I struggled through, some I did okay with, but there were some things that were common. There were moments of ambiguity. I had to pray for God to give me clarity. Sometimes I grapple with imposter syndrome, like feeling like I don't have enough or I don't know enough or whatever, right? And wondering if I had what it took to move forward. There have been times when I've moved, right, from one place to the next. And when I got there, it's like, oh, this is more than I expected. And even sometimes I felt stuck in what I now know is scarcity, like this thing of not having enough. There's this mindset worrying about not having enough time, resources, or even confidence to meet the challenges ahead. Does that sound familiar? It wasn't until especially in this transition right now, and I know the things that I've done in the past, but I can speak to this moment, these moments I've been in. It wasn't until I shifted my mindset from scarcity, right? Like I don't have enough to abundance to like what is available to me. There's so much out there. There's opportunities and possibilities that everything began to change. I began to have the energy, the momentum to keep taking one step at a time. And let me tell you, this shift doesn't happen on its own, right? It takes intention. It really, really does. And it does take a level of faith. It does take tapping into your spirituality, like your divinity, like what's within you, finding out what that is, trusting in yourself. And for those that I'm talking to specifically, trusting God to embrace what's possible, even when things seem impossible. But we know that God is the God of the impossible. And so when I can't look within, sometimes I have to look above, right? So that's why I created this 3-day reset challenge because I know how powerful it is to pause, to reset, and refocus during a transition. And I'm doing that constantly, y'all. Sometimes it's on a weekly basis. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I feel that's a part of the my mission in life is to be honest and truthful. And truthfully, that's just the way God made me. I've always been this way, right? I don't like sugarcoating things. And over the course of the 3 days, I will guide you through simple, impactful exercises to help you, one, reframe scarcity-driven thoughts like imposter syndrome. And I've been recently thinking about how imposter syndrome shows up, and there is a direct correlation to scarcity there. And I want to help you shift those into empowering beliefs, right? Whatever that particular thought that is like plaguing you right now, I want us to go directly to that thought and begin to shift that into empowerment, into abundant thinking. Then we're going to practice gratitude to fuel our clarity and confidence. We're going to take some time to focus on what is good. What do I have? What lessons have I learned that I can apply to where I am today? I don't think you're in this present classroom without having graduated from a previous class. So there's some things that you can apply to this new classroom that you've learned already, okay? And then the biggest thing that I want us to do is to take bold. And the reason they're bold is because you probably haven't done some before, and because you do have some fear around it as well. But we're going to take bold, faith-driven actions, right? So the gratitude, the shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance is going to fuel our faith and then our actions. So our actions are going to be filled with all of that clarity, right? All of that spiritual gusto, I guess you could call it. Those actions are going to help you take the steps toward your next chapter. Now, when I say actions and I use the plural, I mean as a group. But I really want us to find one thing because the truth is, we can't attack everything. Well, maybe address is a better word, everything in the 3 days. So I understand what it's like to feel overwhelmed, and you'll probably feel overwhelmed. So you can't address everything right now, but you can address one and you can learn the practice and then you apply it to the other things, right? So that's the essence of what I want us to do. And that's why it's just 3 days and it's moments to pause. So these are the exact steps that God has shown me. He literally downloaded it to me, y'all, to help me move through my own transitions with confidence and clarity. And I can't wait to share them with you. So let me tell you a little bit about what you'll experience. This challenge is designed to fit into your busy life. I'm busy, you're busy. I don't think there's any of us who's not busy, right? So each day you'll receive a short email. Look, and y'all, this is a test for me too, because I'm a little verbose. I like to talk. So I'm growing. I told you, you're going to grow with me. I'm going to learn and practice how to help you quickly. Okay. And so you receive a short email with a quick lesson, a reflection prompt, and an action step because action is really, really important. When we're trying to gain confidence, it comes from the results of action. So I want you to take some kind of action. You'll have access to a private community if you want to join that. I really think it's very important to have community. A friend of mine said something the other day, and I asked her if I could steal it. Her name is Niam. And she said, community is abundance. And I was like, what? I gotta borrow that. So please take part in the community, okay? Because I want you to connect there with others who are on a similar journey. I found that for me and for other people I've spoken to, that you find a lot of validation in community, a lot of resonance, and you feel less like you're alone. So many times when we're going through struggles and challenges, we feel like it's just me, and you'll be surprised that it's not just you. So that's why I believe in the power of community. But I don't want to force you into anything. I just strongly encourage you to be a part. So it's quick, it's practical, and it's rooted in faith. So again, I'm a professional, I'm a techie, and I want to help professionals in my career. Like that has become my strong passion but I'm a faith person. Like my beliefs fuel so much of who I am, how I get through each day, that I cannot leave the faith out. I just can't, y'all. So, you know, let's just put that out there. So it's rooted in faith. Everything you're going to get is rooted in faith because I believe that clarity and abundance that you're looking for are already within you. So faith in yourself and faith in God. Okay. Because that clarity, that confidence, these spiritual, what did I call it? I forgot what I called it just now. Spiritual gusto. That's what I think I said. That's a deposit from the Lord who designed you as a unique masterpiece. You just need the tools to unlock them. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that these tools that I believe that God inspired me to put together will help you do that. So, are you ready to reset? Look, I'm calling it a reset, but you could reset as many times as you want, right? And the reason I've chosen email, by the way, is because I want you to have something that you can go back to. And you're like, okay, new challenge, new thought. Let me go back to these emails, this string of emails, and I will practice this thing, right? And use it over and over again. So, because I want you to practice a model of leaving scarcity behind and stepping boldly into life, the life that you're meant to live. So, click the button to sign up. It should be right below this video for my free 3-day reset challenge. Do it today. Okay. Don't wait. I'm a procrastinator, so I get it. Okay. Let's take this journey together. And I am so excited, honestly. And you know why I'm excited? Because I've seen it work for me, but it will add so much to the evidence of God working in our lives as it works for you too. And you can share that with our community, right? I can't wait to see the transformation that's waiting for you. Thank you so much. I love you and see you in the challenge.